Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else, greetings, my name is Shanko, and welcome to episode 5 of the Minecraft 1.19 Survival Series playthrough. It has definitely been a while, and I'm really glad to be back. I hope you are too, and I hope you've been well. It's been a while since we last talked. How are all of you? I hope you guys are all well. I've been busy actually. I haven't had much time to be playing Minecraft because I've been moving in real life, but I managed to have the time to be able to do some things around the place that we lived. Managed to get on with a few more adventures, visiting another ancient city, and we made a few more additions to the area. We got more wheat fields and more crop fields. The barn has been edited a little bit to move in the compost system so that we have bone meal in here. And I also added this small little area of a sawmill where people would theoretically come over here to saw up some logs and refine the logs to be able to build with them. And right behind our sugarcane farm, we also have this little machine that is used to turn the sugarcane into paper that is then dried here. We did some small little projects on the side, nothing too major, and that's because we didn't really get on with anything because I was so busy moving in real life. All the projects that I've done so far have been very simple, including the tree that grew from the bee house that we did in episode 4. And since then, the bee house has been very useful in collecting a bunch of honey blocks and also a bunch of honeycomb, which is going to be very useful if we're going to be building with copper. And as you can see right over there behind the potato fields, you can see we have copper aging right over there. So what I was thinking today, what we can start with is a little building project right over here. I've been trying to get mending on all my tools, but stick trades for emeralds has been very complicated and very inefficient. And so I need to find a better way to be able to gain emeralds in order to get mending from the village over yonder. And so I was thinking, why not a melon and pumpkin farm? I have a melon field right here. I'm probably going to plant another pumpkin farm right next to the potato fields. And this area right here is going to be a basement for our automatic melon and pumpkin farm so that we may gain many more emeralds to be able to trade with the local farmers over there. And so from here, I think we're going to have a building come out from here to match the aesthetics of the buildings around here. That's probably what we're going to do this episode. To start out the episode, now that we're back, I feel like we should start with something much smaller. So I'm going to go off in my time, plan out a build to be able to have the melon and pumpkin farm. Maybe get the melon and pumpkin farm built up first before we build the building around them. So I'll see you in a bit once I have the farm built. Let's get the farm built. So I just finished building part of the farm. As you can see down here, you have the observers and the pistons all at the ready. And as you can see, the minecart just goes around collecting all the stuff that gets dispensed from the pistons up there. And we've been collecting quite a few. Now, I have been collecting quite a few resources. As you can see, way over there We have my tree cutting area where I grow a bunch of trees around and I just come over and harvest the wood from them. Now if we return to the area where the farm is being built, this is sort of the look I'm trying to go with. This is the outline of the building that I'm going to be constructing. As you can see, it already has the foundation of the deep slate alongside the stripped spruce logs. And I have quite a bunch of resources in here. As you can see, we're going to be using some spruce, some birch. We have the oxidized copper as like the rim of the roof. We have some moss blocks, bricks, some granite, and we have a few accent blocks. We could probably use some terracotta, some mossy cobblestone, some podzol if we're feeling a little adventurous. But yeah, this is where I'm going to be building another building for the melon and pumpkin farm. We'll do a little bit more terraforming to the land and maybe some decorating just so it will match more with the aesthetic that we're going with. So I have all the materials down. I have the outline of the building. And so let's just get into the build. I'll see y'all when I just finish the build. All right, let's go. So for the most part, we are done. And here's what it looks like. Apart from working on the build itself, I've been working on decorating the land a bit with these here small mangrove trees. I got the mangrove logs as well as the mangrove leaves on top, and just plopping them around the area makes it feel a little bit more natural. It definitely fits into the land a lot more. Now coming along this path that I made, these small little trees also have a few flowers and some lanterns in there to provide a little bit of light down this path. I'll eventually get to clearing out those chests later, but the house actually turned out really well with the spruce logs as the frame and the birch wood as the inner walls. It definitely looks really nice. And the roof, I took in a book out of Mythical Sausage in his Empire Season 2 build with the mossy cobblestone, the moss, the granite, and the bricks. It gives it a really nice gradient on the roof as well as the oxidized copper to form the rim of the roof. Definitely looks really nice, and for the most part it creates a really nice contrast of color in the roofs. And so right in front of the house, as you can see, there are some pumpkins and melons to signify that this is a pumpkin and melon farm. And as we come on in, the insides are still not very finished. I do intend on turning this into some sort of bakery with some nice cake here. We got a nice brick oven, we got a lot of storage, and then we also have like a little keg here. And following on the keg, if you walk downstairs, you have this little area for the drinks to ferment. You have some storage here, and I have been fusing the melon slices into melon blocks and taking the pumpkins over to the village to trade for emeralds. And for the most part, we've been getting quite a lot of emeralds. So Really happy about that. The farm is definitely working really well. So this is the ground floor, that's the basement, and if you come up to the second floor, not much is done other than expanding the chimney up into the roof. I'm not sure what to really do with this area, but eventually I'll probably do some sort of storage areas, and right outside here is a little balcony. I'm not sure what this balcony could be used for. Maybe it can be used to collect items from below and then bring it up here. Maybe I can turn this into some sort of testing / cooking area, as is the bakery on the bottom. But it does serve a really nice purpose of just getting down fast as possible. And also, as you can see, the azalea leaves pour and wrap themselves around the house to form some very nice vines around here. And also, right around the house, you have the melon patch and the pumpkin patch to serve another purpose of saying, hey, this is a pumpkin and melon farm. So for the most part, the build on the outside is somewhat done. It does look very nice, and I love how scenic this place is becoming, especially how we're blending the style of these buildings into the farmlands and with the trees. It's all looking really nice, and we'll definitely look to do more of that in the future as we go along with our adventure. But now, since we had a little bit of time building, I'd say we should move on with a little bit of adventure. So if we come into our house, look into our storage system, as you can see, we have 4 more ender pearls that I've got in the downtime in the nether. So I can use that to create 4 more eyes of ender. Let's do that. And now we have 11 eyes of ender. What I was thinking, that with these eyes of ender, we can probably go out and explore and hopefully find a stronghold to once again defeat the ender dragon and possibly return to the lands that we once built in. So how about we go on a little adventure to see what's out there, and we'll see what we come across, and hopefully we find a stronghold. Once we are able to gear up a lot more of our stuff, maybe once we find some netherite, then we can probably make our way to the end and defeat the ender dragon. Alright, let's go on an adventure. So now that we're in the farm area, I'd say right here would be a good place to throw our Eye of Ender and see where the stronghold is. So let's get the adventure started and let's see where this takes us. Over that way. And it broke. How fortunate. So we might as well bring our trusty steed to go on the adventure. Let's go. Yeah, maybe around here would be a good place. Ah, there we go. It's down here. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put up a crafting table, set up a little camp right here just so we are set, so that at least you are safe. You can be right here. And so if it goes down right here, I'm not sure how far down it was going to be, but we might as well just dig down to see what's at the bottom of this here hole. So let the digging commence. Oh, there it is. Look at that. We finally hit the stone brick and we don't have to go all the way down to deep slate level, which is quite shocking actually. So we managed to break into one. That does look a bit scary though. Screw it. Sharpness 3. Not too bad, if I say so myself. There's a few books. We'll take that. We'll take the paper as well. And we'll head on upstairs. We got some more paper. We got a empty map. We got some books. We got piercing 4 and mending. Ooh, that's gonna be pretty neat. I don't think any of these lead to the portal. Well, I spoke too soon. There's the portal right there. Let's just go in and get rid of the silverfish spawner because this is annoying. Ow, fuck off. Wow, I am terrible with luck. Another end portal without any pearls in it. I am still very much the most unlucky Minecraft player of all time. But on a brighter note, we did find the portal room, so hey, that's pretty good. We just need more ender pearls. So I will probably return with 4 more ender pearls. Hopefully. We'll see where it gets us. Hello. Oop. Hey, we got an ender pearl. Hey, so we have 9 eyes of ender. Hey, that's pretty good. This leads to nowhere. Oh. Oh, he was eager to get out of here. Oh, that is a zombie party going down there. Uh-oh. Phil's experience. So we came away with quite a lot of stuff, and we did manage to find the end portal without any Eyes of Ender in it, which is very unfortunate. But we did manage to find the Stronghold, which is very, very nice. And this adventure was definitely a success, and we should probably make our way back home. Well, we managed to make it back home, safe and sound, and after trekking back along this path back to our farm and barn, I've noticed something. This area right here seems a little bit too barren. Ever since I got rid of my initial farms and my crop fields around here when I just started building around this area, my starter house and that house felt kind of isolated, with both of them being really, really far apart. And we initially had plans to develop around the bayou area, and so far we haven't really done that because it's been really, really hard going under the water and build up the stilts to make it up to here. But now, since we built quite a lot of stuff over in and around the farming area, this place does look a little bit barren, especially since this place also houses our nether portal. So what I was thinking is that since we have the time that we have right now, we are probably going to try and fuse these two areas, have like a road in between them, and maybe add a few things here and there to freshen up the area, make it not so empty, and hopefully it can look a little bit more appealing. And so there'll probably be a path down here. We'll probably have a stairway going down to a little pier. After the bit of adventure, we are probably going to do a little bit more building here to end off the episode. I'm not sure what we're going to do here, but I'm just going to make it as I go, clear up a few things here. We'll see where it gets us from here. Right, I'm going to work on it a little bit, and I'll see you when we finally freshen up the place around here. It's going to be pretty good, and I'm really excited. So, let's go! So it took a while, but for the most part, we did it. Let me show you what I've done. First off, we expanded the coarse dirt path to go over this hill. As you can see with the usual spruce slabs. It just comes over the hill, it splits off again. This one goes to the mine shaft that we have over here, and this one just leads straight down to the starter house. However, it does have a little curve down here to a little pier, and this pier, well, it surrounds this little bayou, and we will be expanding right into the mangrove swamp through this little path here and a little floating wooden plank area that we can probably sit some buildings on top of. But for the most part, I like how it turned out. It looked really nice. Now the pier does look a little simple with the stripped spruce logs and the oak logs, but I'd say it turned out pretty well, and it complements the area and the starter house as well really nicely. Now underneath here, this little tunnel here where our nether portal is, we decorated a little bit more with more of the stone bricks and the tuff, and it made it look a little ancient. We also have the rooted dirt with the roots hanging from the ceiling, and we have these soul lanterns because it gives off less light and it gives off more of an ambience. And the nether portal is right here, just a very simple frame. I might come back to do up the nether portal a little bit more, but for the most part, for a simple frame, it looks pretty good. Now if you come out here, you come across this large bridge, this large wooden bridge that spans across the ravine and the large hole that we have right beside the lake. And this gives us access to below the dripstone crater that we have below. This gives us access through scaffolding, and we are able to walk across this bridge over to the farming area. As you can see, the oak slabs and the oak trapdoors, just make sure that when you're walking, you don't flip that open and you just drop to your doom. Now on the end of this bridge, we also have a little path going up here with a lot of accent and a lot of terraforming, with a lot of moss. And this brings us straight to the build that we worked on earlier, and once again looks really nice. So for the most part, the terraforming and the path making looks really nice, and I'm really proud of it. It definitely connects the world a lot more, which is part of the reason why I did this, but it gives us more of a baseline with growing the world a little bit more and expanding upon what we are currently doing and what we're about to do in the future. Unfortunately, that's going to be it for episode 5 of the Minecraft 1.19 survival series playthrough. I want to thank you all so much for watching and being patient for my return. It was definitely very hard to get this episode out with all the complications outside of content creation, but I want to tell you all that I'm back, ready to continue making content and learning the ins and outs of the game we all love. I sincerely apologize for the long wait for the episode, but I'm glad we got back down to business in the land, and I won't be saying goodbye to this adventure anytime soon. So I hope you like and enjoyed this video, subscribe to join in the journey of the adventure, and until next time, my name is Shanko. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video. Remember to take care of yourselves, be nice to one another, and I will see you in the next video. Until we meet again. Later.